Good afternoon, I'm Tina Laster and you're at Laster Farm. Today it's a beautiful sunny afternoon, a little windy here in West Tennessee, and we went to church this morning, had a glorious morning at church, and so came home and fixed chili cheese fries for lunch for the kids. And then we before we left for church, we had a Steve and I put a chuck roast on for supper for tonight, and it takes about 6 to 7 hours. We have one of those it's like a pellet smoker. I think it's a Pit Boss, but it always does such a good job on smoking and cooking everything, just where it's so tender. So that'll be our supper tonight, and I think our kids are going to come over and eat supper with us. I know Taylor and the babies are, which Levi's here now. And anyway, thought I'd come out here and check on our donkeys and check on our horses and make sure they've got water. And looks like there's definitely their water needs cleaning out. So anyway, let's get this water topped off. They've been drinking in here and got hay in it. Baby girl. Oops. Well, I can hold it down and like a tasty, but it's not looking good. Hey, sweet girl. Hey, sweet girl. Oh my goodness. Sweet baby. Oh, that's so good. She is just a sweet big old baby. Yes, you are. Yes. Yes. My girl. Yes, I know it. Sweet girl. It's hard to believe that she's going to be 2. She's going to be 2. She'll be 2 in September. So we're keeping her separated from our Jack. We definitely don't want her to get pregnant. So see if we can get some of this, run some of that water. I've got hay in your water. Should be good and cool. Play in the water. I'm trying to play in the water. Let some of that run off. There's some over here. Well, it looks like they're about to get out over here. Definitely have to put up a new fence. I can say that I am not pleased with this brand. I don't remember what the name of it is, but this fence wire is just not working out for me. Now that other is the red brand, and it's staying up pretty good when they lean over. But this stuff right here, definitely not doing its job. And that's a sweet boy. Yes. We're trying to let the grass grow up in our pastures some more. So I've got them blocked off in this little area with their hay. And I'm not going to say that she's pregnant, because I guess I kind of jinxed it before, but look at her sides. She's either got a hay belly, or I don't even know. So I can't say that she's pregnant, because I mean, even though he's mated with her, but I don't know if her teats are hanging down or not, but kind of looks like it. But I was saying that before, and so I cannot say that she's pregnant. I'm not gonna dare guess. Let the water run over, pull that down some. It's heavy and it's hard for me to dump them out, and so I usually let them run over and let them kind of filter out, because they've got hay in their water. But we definitely are going to have to get out here and do some fence repair. But we need to do some fencing. We have some land across the street that we could fence in, and we've been saying we're going to do that. We need to, so we can at least have 2 bigger paddocks to swap out, you know, instead of these small ones that we have. But Fiona's getting ready to roll in the dirt. She is so cute. Oh my goodness. Trying to keep those flies off. We don't necessarily have as many horse flies, but we've got those just regular little flies. Those regular little flies just want to be worrisome. Guess I need to get some more fly traps to go in the barn. I used to hang those in there, and there would be thousands of them in that fly trap, and they just, oh, it smelled horrible. Yeah, asbestos is wanting some more loving. Now see, he's got that hay belly too. Yes, yes. Stomping and flies, which I'm not seeing a lot of flies on them, and I do have some fly spray, and they hate me spraying them. They just absolutely hate it. Sweet baby. Yes, I wish Jenny was as gentle as these two, you know, as Festus and Fiona, but she's not. She doesn't like for you to get near her. Bye, boy. But we're definitely gonna have to do something about that fence. But this is Sunday, and this isn't the day. So I need to get out here this week and try to mend some fences. And we've got to replace a couple of posts out here for sure. Well, let's get down this way. Well, I can say one thing. I am not pleased with my squash. I am gonna have to get over here, and I guess I was gonna let this hold on, but some of it I'm gonna just have to rip out and plant something else back. But these plants over here that are on the end are still producing pretty good, and they're still loaded with blooms, and I think that they'll produce as much as Steve and I can eat, because we're the only ones that eat squash. And these over here definitely gonna have to be pulled out, I'm afraid. I thought they would kind of bounce back, but if we get another rain, they could. And it sprinkled a little bit coming back from church, but not here. We're still just as dry as you can tell by looking at the ground and at my flower beds over here, garden beds. Well, in these garden beds here, we have a little bit of beets coming up right there and a few right there. And over here, we got a few beets that are coming up in this row and that row, and maybe some in that one. But no deal. And I got our tomatoes, you know, picked this week. And so this afternoon or in the morning, I don't know which, if I feel like getting in there later, I am going to can up my tomatoes that we picked. So I didn't show you, I guess I lost the footage on it, but we ended up with about a half a bushel of nicely, well, I wouldn't say all of them were completely red, but some of them were a little pink, but they have ripened up just in a couple of days on the countertop, and so they are ready to put in the canner. They're ready to be processed, so I need to do that. And Steve has got to pick the okra. Steve is over here this afternoon, and he had worked on this yesterday, and it had gotten too hot on him to get back out here because he's had to put in some 2x4s up on the roof up there, and trying to add some extra pieces of tin. They're about 30 something inches, and he is trying to get the roof finished up. When this was over at Taylor's, this had a lean-to on this side, and the roof was kind of hiked up a little higher so it could, you know, accommodate that lean on this side. And so Steve has gotten up there and he's taken those 2x4s out that were way up the roof line, and he's added one down on the bottom so he can nail this tin to. And I know he'll be glad when this little project is over with, and I will too. That way we can get out here and finish painting or whatever we need to do and get that taken care of. Now yesterday I got out here and started weeding in this bed here, but the thing is, this big giant tomato, this 100s, sweet 100s, this vine had been laid over here on top of all of my herbs. It was all the way on that side over there, so I had to pull it over because it was killing my sage, and I think it's just about killed my variegated that I had planted here. So I moved it here, and I don't know if it's going to make it or not. But the other ones, I hope that my other sage bounce back a little bit. But looks like that the wind could be blowing us up a rain this afternoon, so maybe that will get a good shower. And then on this side, I ended up coming over here yesterday afternoon, and I harvested my basil. It was real tall, and so I harvested it, and I took it inside and I put it in the dehydrator, and I've got it ready to put in my jars. And then my this mint julep, it is really starting to take off good, and so I'm not gonna end up processing any of that right now. And then my Italian oregano, I really needed to have come out here, and I needed to have cut it off because it's starting to flower, and I'll end up probably doing that anyway, and then letting it come back some more, and then I'll end up processing some of that. But that's some little things I've got to get done. But I'm telling you what, it is hot out here. And the yard is just, even though we've mowed, it's still just an overgrown mess out here. It needs weed eating all the way around my garden beds, and we need to finish putting down the rock out here. Let's go over here and look at my 100s. They are still putting on, and they like a little bit being picked again, but we need to get a little rain because they're starting to look a little droopy. And we still have more beans that are hanging down that are starting to fill out more. Just in a couple of days, they've really been doing good. I haven't seen any red ones out here as far as my tomatoes since I picked a couple of days ago. None of them are starting to turn pink or anything. So still have probably a week or so before I have to pick them again. But I want to get in here, like I said, in the morning or tonight and start processing on those half a bushel of tomatoes that we had gotten in this week. But these tomatoes are still growing. They're still getting nice and tall out here, and we have some pretty good size tomatoes on these. I mean, they're looking good. They're looking good under there, you know. But I definitely want to take advantage of that. And these peppers, we moved them, you know, from this other bed, and they're coming along. They're coming along really good. They're not, they were really droopy when we first moved them in this bed, and I was kind of worried about them. But they've got a lot of peppers. They've got a lot of peppers on them still, even after me picking this week. These little bitty ones that were on here are coming out, and by the end of the week I'll probably have enough of these banana peppers. Once those grow and fill on out, I'll probably have enough to can up some banana peppers. And I love those banana peppers to put on roast, and that is so good with that Italian seasoning or ranch seasoning. And then you pour a jar of your vinegar peppers over the top of it. I do that with my deer meat and with my regular beef roast. And I got that recipe from Karen Smith, a friend of ours, and I have just loved it every year. I mean, it's really wonderful, and I'm not saying that. It's just a really good recipe. You ought to try it. It's that Italian dry seasoning pack, and like I said, the banana peppers. You can use the hot or the mild. It doesn't matter. It all blends out, and it tastes really good. Even with the hot, it doesn't seem like it's, you know, has that hot of a taste. And let me show you this. I know we've been keeping an eye on this tree over here that Taylor moved, but these apples have really started growing. They are really getting big over here on this tree. Now, a few of them, I see two, no, I see three that have a little rotten spot on them. There's one over there, and I saw one in this area here, right here, that had a little spot on it, but that can be cored and cut out. But I probably need to go ahead and pick them. I guess that's from the cedar tree that are up here on the fence road that need to be cut out. That's got that rust on them. So anyway, I really probably need to go ahead and pick my apples this week and get those started, canning those up, either for some apple butter or just for some apples to put in a jar to use for apple pie filling, because we love apple pie. And our other tree has apples on it. Now, this is the tree that Taylor bought me for Mother's Day one year, and they are loaded, but they're not quite as big as the other ones. I mean, they are, you know, they're just loaded. I mean, they're just really pretty. These remind me more of a Granny Smith, but I'm sure that these are the Golden Delicious as well. And got this little vine that's taken over right here on my rosebush trellis, and I I didn't have the heart to take it out. So I've left it here with my rose bush. And then I have one growing on the other side. And we'll see what goes on there, because I don't know. I'm sure it'll bloom, but it's growing up there. And my chickens and ducks are doing good. I mean, right now they're over there wondering why I haven't brought them something else out here. They've been getting all my scraps from off the garden, as well as being fed. And so they are loving my garden scraps from my let me go in here and see what's going on. No eggs. You would think they would be laying, but it is hot. And there they are. There's my girls. It's a cool breeze out here right now, and so they're just kind of hanging out. I want to hurry up and get this area right here fenced in, because then I can let them out here, and then they can help take care of some of this grass and this mess that I've got going on. You think before I planted anything in this area, there wasn't hardly any grass. For the last couple of years, it hadn't been anything growing in here. But I have you know, as soon as I put flowers in here, the grass just wants to take over. So, and my lilies, oh my goodness, they are so pretty. Come look at these. Oh my goodness. And yes, I haven't been over here in this bed to weed it, but look how beautiful those are. These are so pretty. Look at that. That yellow is so bright. It's the yellow center and the yellow on the outside. And then we've got those over there with my butterfly bush. And then these over here were burgundy, and they're a deep burgundy, but they are so pretty with that yellow center. And then they've still got some blooms coming out on them. And I have a lot of orange, but they're the double, and I think these are more like a triple, because they have, look at, I mean, they're just beautiful. And I think I got some of these from Steve's mom's. And then I have a whole bed of those doubles over here by the greenhouse, and they're in full bloom right now. Look at these. Aren't those pretty? They are so pretty. And then you see my mess up here. I haven't got over here and trimmed those out in my vines. I got to do that. I'm just gonna have to make a day to get out here and do yard work only. Definitely need to. Steve has gotten the board in and gotten those nailed down. Yes, I can tell a difference. It looks better. This is not gonna look perfect because it's an old shed, you know, that was built back in the probably 30s. I'm gonna say it was probably built in the 30s.
I think that's right.
And could have been 20s, but it's been around a long time, and I just absolutely love it. I love this old building, and the inside of it was in such good shape. I just hate to see anything like that torn down if it could be saved. And so I just knew, I mean, we could put new tin on it, and which we were going to, and the more I thought about it, I thought, no, it's not leaking, and I love, it takes years to get that rusty look, and I love that. And I just love that look. And I should have just kept it old and decrepit looking on the outside and not painted it, but I didn't want it to completely rot down, so I had to do something. So, and then, which we, you know, are keeping two of the wood sides, and he's put this siding on. And anyway, that's what I wanted, so he's doing a great job by putting that on there. And I just wish that we had the time to get out here and finish it. I know it looks like I'm walking around with the camera all the time and then I don't have a thing to do, but a lot of days I have my grandbabies, and then this fall we'll start back homeschooling. So during the day we'll have that going on, plus, you know, working in the garden, and then all of our animals, and then my mom lives next door, and we just got a lot going on. And then Steve's dad in the retirement center, so you know we have to go and visit granddad. You know, we can't neglect granddad. And there's just a lot of things that take you away from the homestead, but we love our little homestead. And you know, our older boys were raised here and our younger ones were raised here, but there's times when I want more land and I want to move, and then I get to thinking about all the memories that were made here in the house, and then I hate to just uproot and take everything away from our house and start all over, start building again. But you know, we're still young. I mean, 50s are not old, okay? I'm rooting for the 50s. We're not old. I mean, we're able to get out there as long as the Lord lets us get out there and gives us strength in our body to get out there. We shouldn't be lazy. We should be getting around, and we should be getting things done. And you know, the Bible says that God will give us the desires of our heart, but he also knows exactly what we need, even when we don't. When we think it's going to be best for us, you know, we have no idea. He sees our beginning and he sees our ending. So he knows that he said he wouldn't put no more on us than we can bear. And so for you people that are out there, just think about it. If you've got something on your heart that you want to accomplish, get out there and do it, because God said he wouldn't put no more on you than you can bear. So get up, get off that couch. But thank you for watching my videos. I didn't mean to stop watching my videos, but thank you for watching them. But get up, and that desire that you have in your heart, get out there and get it done, and share with me some of the things that you would like to do on your farm. Send me a little text and say, hey, you know that thing that I've been putting off and putting off? Well, guess what? I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna go out there and start on it. Let me know what you're working on your farm. I'd love to hear from y'all. And I appreciate y'all for smashing that like button, and I appreciate y'all for subscribing to my channel. I'm gonna get off of here, and I'm gonna get my chickens fed again and get their water checked on, and I'm gonna get back in the house and see if I can get something done in there. Well, anyway, God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you back here at Laster Farm. Bye.